everyone, this is DireCoal20, and welcome to episode 18 of DireCoal20's Let's Play of FTV Evolution. Plan for today, I want to see if I can get this deployer to receive charcoal automatically, blocks, by the way. And then we have to, like, somehow collect them. I might need an item collector from Just Dire Things to collect the drops. We'll figure it out. Though, in fairness... I have the charcoal in the thing with the stuff, right? So I could maybe have another controller access point. That could be cool. Yeah, kind of like that idea. Couple ideas. We can figure it out. Yeah. So if I just did that, linked convert to controller, that should be cool. Yeah, that should be cool. Okay, I have an idea. We're gonna see if it works. So basically, if I stick this packager here, he should have access to all the things in that doohickey, right? Now, as usual, I grossly underestimated the amount of space I would need for create, but we're gonna play it by ear, and if we have to refactor, we have to refactor. I wonder if I could, like, just do a cut and paste of this whole structure and just move it a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Would be cool. Would be kind of cool. Could try. I don't know. I feel like cut and paste might be a really big mistake. Might be. Might be fun, though. Might be fun, though. Basically, we'd want... Basically, we'd want to run a backup before we accidentally destroy everything. But, like, if I wanted to cut you... to you... Right? And then, like, what if we just, So I definitely want to replace blocks, and we're going to want to go down a Y level. So what if we, like, just moved you a little bit over here-ish? Wow, did that just work perfectly? I feel like that just worked perfectly. I'll tell you what. You know, obviously, you know, excluding the fact that that didn't come across, but, like, of course that didn't come across, right? How cool was that? Huh? That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Alright, we probably don't need a hand crank. We probably don't need laser IO, or a hopper, or a bucket, or a ritual dude. Clearly don't need much of that. I wonder if this reaches all this far. Yeah, it does. Nice. Okay, cool. That's coarse dirt. That's not the dirt that I want. Alright, you go away. Sweet. Okay, so now, what we want to do is be prepared for all this cool stuff. We want this guy here. We want to make sure that you guys are linked, right? Not that I necessarily need them, but, like, the factory gauge needs to be linked. Now, my hope is that I can, like, insert down on the packager. So, can I do something like that? And then have my Frogger dude sitting on top of him, and then, like, he'll push down into here and keep this thing stocked with X amount of charcoal. Like, that would be neat, I think. Yes? I hope so, because that's kind of what I'm hoping to do. Now, I'm going to stick you there so that I can have a chain conveyor. Now, you think I can just stick you right there like that? Because that would be pretty cool. And then we could have one... I don't know the range on this dude, but we're going to figure it out. Right? So what if I just did that? For now. You know what might be cool? Is if we had... you... I definitely need to get, like, flight going on. That's what I really need to get going. Can you reach that far? Apparently you can. That's spiffy. Look at how spiffy that is. Exceedingly spiffy. Because then we could get, like, all of these guys doing their thing, and that would be very nice. Yeah. I think you guys are all positioned such that you should be easy to do stuff with. Is that not cool? Can we not do that? I guess you can only be straight now. Okay, that's fair. What I could do, though, is this. Did I overstress our stuffs? I may have overstressed our stuffs. Okay, well, we're going to hold off on that then, because that is clearly a little bit of a problem. Yeah, we'll deal with that in a minute. What I want to get going is probably, let's rotate you. And then we can do it just this one. Just as like a temporary like proof of concept test. You know what I mean? This may not be my final form, but I'm just, you know, getting the feel for stuff. Alright. Hopefully the frog can still sit on top of you. It's gonna look derpy though. I'm gonna hate how derpy it looks. But like... Alright, so let me do it like this. And then the vertical gearbox here. And then this dude like this. And then that. How's that seem? Is that cool? Perfectly stressed. Okay. Somehow that's exactly cool. Alright. So then I should hopefully be able to link you to here. Too far away. Suspected as much. Let's see if that's also too far away. Great. So you will be charcoal will be the name of this dude, right? So his goal is to collect charcoal, and he's going to collect it from there. See that? Nice. Okay. Which means that you can be called sender, but I forgot to link you, so we're going to put you here. And here's like a pro tip, by the way. When you're linking it, make sure like you know what direction the chain's going. Because if you linked it to this chain, it would have to go all the way around before it got to this dude. So like it's actually important which side of the chain you link to. Okay? And then your job will be to only send packages. Okay? So then, if I told this dude that you're tuned to that gauge, and your job is to get charcoal blocks, which I assume it's going to be this one. And then you need to get it from, you need to give it to charcoal. Eh? Eh? Is that a thing? I feel like it's a thing. And it's going to keep 5 charcoal in here, right? Block of charcoal 5. Huh? That's kind of a thing that's happening right now. And then when you sense that the right item is there, you turned off the thingy, which overstressed my whole network, which is super fun. So temporarily, I'm going to turn off you, which will allow you to be ground up. And that's pretty nifty. All right. So then what I want to get is a collector from Just Dire Things. Because I don't know if there's going to be like a cool way to be able to do this. Right? What I'm going to need is iron. Maybe not this much iron. Because it just occurred to me that if I only have 5 blocks of iron, that's probably not great. Okay. And then you are going to allow list primal coal. And your area will be that. Just, you know, a little bit further. That. Is that cool? Right? So now when we do that, I guess I should do 1 Y level higher. I could just do 1 Y level down, like that, right? So then if we toss you in there, you should be getting picked up. Why are you getting picked up? Because I don't have anywhere for primal coal to fit. Well, of course, that makes perfect sense. I did not destine a drawer for that yet. So I want like the 2 slot compacting drawer, the simple one. And then we do this. And then we do this, and then we lock it, and then we add it. And now, if I drop these in there, he should get picked up and deposited right in there. Right? Is that cool? Now, obviously, you're going to need some kind of, like, automation, right? Which, you know, we have chorus root in here, right? So, like, what I should be able to do... I'm going to rotate you again. No, I'm not going to rotate you again. Let's turn you off. What I should be able to do... is... Well, I probably could rotate you again. Right. So I don't need you to do that. What I need you to do is... this one with this dude to this. And that'll get all 3 of them clicking. Right? Now check this part out. Here's where things get really interesting. I should be able to do this to this, and you can be chorus. Okay. Now the problem is I actually do believe this means I can't put a block in that space. So that one in the middle might be a problem because he's surrounded on all sides. Now is a good time to mention the sponsor of this video, CreeperHost. CreeperHost is a server hosting company that I've been using for quite some time. I've got a couple personal servers with them that I use for friends and family. I very rarely have any issues at all, but on the a couple times where I've needed help, their support has been exceptional. Very quick response times, very helpful to get things sorted out. And they've offered to sponsor this video with a very special offer, 15% off for the lifetime of your server. So if you're looking for a server hosting company and you're looking to get a server to play with your friends, take a look in the description of this video and you'll see a link, which if you use it to sign up, will give you 15% off for the lifetime of the server, not just the first month. Thank you, CreeperHost, for sponsoring this video. For now, I have an idea for solving this. For now, your frequency is linked? Yes. So what I'll do is I'll stick it on this side for the time being, right? So you're going to do chorus fruit, and then we're going to send you to chorus, and I'd like you to keep 5 in stock. So he should package that up and give him the chorus fruit. That is cool. How cool is that? Come on, how cool is that? Are we seeing how cool this could be yet? Are we seeing? Right? Now, it's a little overly compacted, which is, you know, definitely a little bit annoying. Did we gum up? Why did we gum up? Still too much? Okay. Definitely a priority for me to get Steam-based power going. That said, you guys are all disconnected there, right? So what I could do is just probably remove you for the time being. Now we're like super dedicated to this whole setup, which works. Right? Shouldn't you be allowing you to turn? Oh, I know what's happening. Your rotation is based on this whole network existing. How tight was I on this? 32 stress units. Only to like get me going, right? Cool. Little extra stress units. You broke. You went over here. You've now got one of these. Right? So in theory, I should be able to put down another one of you with a frog linked to you. And you can be, what did I name the blocks version of it? Primal, cold block. I'll just call it primal. Fine. Right? Probably want you off so that you're not picking up my stuff. Right? So now with you being primal, create, I need a couple more of you. Which probably won't work. Well, maybe. Depends. There's stuff in here? No? We should be cool? Alright, cool. Factory gauges require precision mechanisms. So, that's why I was concerned it may not work. But now, oh, tune to a gate. So, like, make sure you're on the same network. Which, by the way, for the record, you can also, like, click on these dudes. And they'll also be tuned. Right? So that could be cool. So if I put you here... Oh, nope, you were supposed to be... Primal, coal, block. And you're going to go to primal. And then you should be getting that. Right? Now, he didn't have 5 to send, but he sent what he could. Right? How cool beans is that? Wrong gearbox. Ha 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 ha. Right? And then this filter is raw primal coal as a deny list. So what we're going to want is another filter with raw blaze ember as a deny list. Right? And like basically that. Cool. And then we'll have the clutch. And the drill. And the vertical gearbox. Yes? And then we do this, that. No? Did I misconstrue? You're up here still, aren't you? Yeah, I need to like unclick you. Can I do something like this? There's got to be like a trick to getting this, right? How do I get this off of here? Are you good now? There you go. Sweet! And I do want to pick this up because two things. One, I want to add you to the allow list. And two, I want another functional storage drawer whose job it will be... Right. To hold these. And then you're going to get locked and added. And then if we drop this in here, he should get picked up. Cool? Come on! This is pretty neat. How cool is this? Do we think this is cool? I mean, me personally, I think it's very cool. Look at it go! It's doing the thing! It's super cool! Is it over-engineered? Absolutely. Is there a simpler way to do this? Absolutely. I will not disagree with those statements. Is this cool and interesting? I would say yes. I think it would be smarter for me to move these more vertically, and I will probably do so. That's going to be a thing we're going to want to do, is make this, you know, a little nicer looking. But, like, the basics of the system are here. Am I wrong? Alright, so what I'd like to do now is the final part of this puzzle. For now, because the final part of this puzzle is going to require a higher tier goo, which we don't have yet, right? But I can at least get to Void Shimmer tier, which will be neat. So let's get another clutch. Okay. And you'll go here with redstone here. And you know what I need? Is more redstone, because I am very out of redstone. Luckily, I have a redstone gear, which looks pretty good. Okay? So I do that, and now we've got redstone. Hello. Where'd all my power go? Are you chewing up power faster than, You might be chewing up power faster than... Yeah, you're choking on power a little bit. We have the power, I suspect. We're just not transferring it fast enough. I'm assuming you're just draining power faster than those very basic tier 1 cables can handle. Not a problem. Now that you're cool... Okay, everybody's good. You can be off for a minute. We're going to just have the last piece of this. Right? Okay, I already did that. We're going to need a create filter, whose job will be raw void flame coal as a deny list, right? And then vertical gearbox with drill. Okay. And then... Did I use all my packagers? I may have used all my packagers. Let me have another packager. Probably another frog port. And we can see stuff running over there, so that's cool. Okay. Again, this is very sloppy design. Realistically, this guy should not have been put here for now. So we're going to have you here with chorus fruit. And you're going to go to chorus and 5. That's cool. Okay. And then you're going to go here. Oh, that block is there. That's fine. You can go here. And you're going to get this stuff. Nope. Blaze Ember block. Blaze Ember block. And we need a Frogger on top, who's linked. Very ugly design. It's Direwolf. You know what's going to happen. Blaze Ember. Okay. Do these need to be here? They may not need to be on here. They could maybe be anywhere. Let's test that. I feel like that might be true. I could put this, like, literally on any block, anywhere, and it would be fine. And the reason for that... Oh my goodness, that's recipe settings. That's not quite what I was hoping for. What if I put you, like... Literally, I just want to test this, because I feel like it could work. Blaze Ember block. No, I guess it's not. Maybe it doesn't work the way I was hoping it would. Two on the way. Cool. And now he's spreading. Yes. And you should be... Oh, right. I didn't give you actual rotation yet. Dire, forgetting that that's actually a thing we need to do. And then I collect you so that we can get functional compacting drawer, which will sit here with you, which will get locked and added, and then you can pick up you. And just proving that that works. Yay. 4. Nice. Cool? So now we've got automated void flame coal. Is that cool? I'm feeling pretty good about it, if I'm being honest. Right? And then you did thing, and then you do that thing. And granted, like, each one of these is dedicated. So, like, basically, you know, we're definitely hitting a situation where, like, we're waiting for the void flame coal, or for the primal coal to finish. If I wanted to, I could have, like, 4 of these, right? Like, we could have, like, 1 for each type and route the things appropriately. So there's a lot of different ways you could design this. But mostly I wanted to automate my coals with as much of Create as possible using the new logistics system that's part of 1.21. And I feel like I accomplished that task. It could absolutely look better and be improved. My goal for next episode, I think, will be to tear this down and replace it with the steam-powered doohickey. We're gonna need like a couple more of these dudes, right? Of the arms to like feed coal. We'll probably just like feed charcoal out of here. We might even logistics our charcoal over to the boiler. Does that sound fun? For now, it's wrapping up point. Double sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time to look at making a steam boiler from Create to power all this, and then we can tear down this dude, have way more pressure gauge, and be able to do, like, hook that thing back up and, like, expand further, and maybe, like, rearrange some of this stuff so that it ain't so ugly. Alright? So for now, wrapping up point. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.